All right, today we've got guitar unboxing video here. I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys the new Squier Contemporary HHFR guitar I snagged this week in pearlescent shell pink. It's kind of one of those cool looking 80s hairband super strat style guitars that I've been eyeballing for a little while. The shell pink color I'm pretty stoked to see. I've been kind of wanting to get my hands on something in this color for quite some time. So let's dig into it and see what we got. As always, with our friends from Sweetwater Guitar, always sending a bag full of goodies. We got some Laffy Taffy and whatnot from those guys. I think it's always funny that they send that. You guys are awesome. Love shopping with Sweetwater. Always great people there. All right. Got a box inside a box. Alright, there it is. Squier brand by Fender. Squier, honestly, lately has been putting out a lot of really cool stuff. For a while there, I was one of those people who shied away from Squier just because of the name. But recently, I guess a couple months ago, I snagged a Squier 40th anniversary P-Bass. And I was actually pleasantly surprised with that. I mainly wanted it just because of the color scheme. It was like a glossy black with a gold anodized pickguard that I thought looked cool. Just kind of have as a backup bass for the home studio. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, I've got some of the Fender stuff. I've got a Gibson here. You know, I've got some of those kind of higher end guitars. But honestly, I'm not opposed to these Squiers once in a while too. I think if it looks cool and it sounds good, why not get your hands on one? Even if it's just for kind of plinking around on at home. So. All right. Oh yeah, that was sweet. All right, so first impressions, loving that color. That is so cool. This kind of pearlescent sparkle shell pink. It's really neat how like the lighting in here catches the sparkles in it. Kind of got this glitter thing going on. Very, I don't know, it gives me that very like 80s hairband vibe, which is kind of what I was going for. Wanted to get something with a Floyd Rose tremolo, which this came with, for kind of doing like some older Van Halen style stuff. Haven't had a guitar with a Floyd Rose on it for probably I don't know, 8 or 9 years now is when I got rid of my last one. Got some of the Fenders with the standard Fender tremolos on them, but the Floyd Roses I haven't had for quite a while, so kind of excited to play around on one of those again. This one comes with the 2 Squier Atomic XQR humbuckers on it, the Floyd Rose Special licensed tremolo, and then this neck is really cool. It's like a caramelized, I think they call it, caramelized roasted maple. Looks great, feels great. Fret ends all feel pretty smooth for, you know, kind of first impressions here, just seeing quality control wise. You know, I always get nervous ordering guitars. I'd rather kind of buy them in person so I can see what it looks like beforehand. But yeah, this doesn't seem to have any major issues just off of a first glance that I can see from a quality control standpoint. It honestly looks pretty good. It's got the old 70s style oversized headstock on it, which is cool. Painted black, got the locking nuts for the tremolo system. The Squier logo is like this cool metallic silver, which is kind of neat. You can see that on there. Black tuning pegs, which are cool. Yeah, this thing looks sweet, man. And I really like the tapered neck pocket that they did down here for kind of reaching some of those higher frets. That's kind of a cool add-on to get, you know, between the roasted neck, that kind of tapered neck pocket, the Floyd Rose, all this for what you pay for a Squier price tag seems like quite a bit of bang for your buck, honestly. So Yeah, that's cool. Well, I'm gonna dig around in the box here, find the trem bar for the Floyd Rose. We'll get this thing set up and do a quick sound test on it. I've got behind me just my Helix I'll be plugging into, going straight into my Helix as my audio interface, and then into Pro Tools. And we'll track a few things and get some clean tones, get some dirty tones, and see what this thing sounds like. Okay, we'll go ahead and do a tone demonstration now, just on some of the sounds we're getting out of this thing. Clean channel, almost a slightly driven clean channel with a little bit of delay and reverb off the Helix, going straight into Pro Tools off of that. So the 5-way selector here, we'll go through all 5. So 2 pickups, 5-way selector, which means we've got coil splitting on the humbuckers here. So we're going to have bridge humbucker, position 1, position 2 is going to split both of them, and you'll get single coil neck and bridge, I believe. Middle is humbucker, neck and bridge, if I'm not mistaken. And then you get the single coil from the neck, so you kind of get that classic neck Strat tone, which is great. And then the humbucker in the neck. So that's your 5-way. So we'll kind of do all these, and I'll try and play something fairly similar on all of them here. the Squier Pearlescent Shell Pink HHFR with roasted maple. This thing's pretty killer, man. I'm stoked to have this in the collection, and I'm gonna probably be playing this thing for hours tonight, to be honest with you. It's really fun to play. It's got a little bit of a fatter neck on it than I thought it would. I expected with the Floyd Rose, you know, typically you get those real thin shredder necks. I'm actually a fan of this having a bit of a thicker neck on it because that's what I'm used to with all the other guitars that I typically would play. So for me, that's a bonus, huge bonus, honestly. And yeah, pickups sound great. I love all the different combinations you can get out of this thing. The split coil tones are awesome. I'm a huge fan of those, but also to have that bite from the humbuckers when you're really trying to drive this thing with some distortion and overdrive is great. So looking forward to putting this thing to work, and I think I've got some 80s hair metal to go try and learn now. So go ahead and, you know, give a follow on TikTok and Instagram is where I'm typically posting those covers that I'm doing. So let me know what you think I should cover, and with this thing, we'll throw it up on there next.